Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for Flegel's BF-109A. This is a currently rank 1 battle rating 1.3 premium fighter in the German air tech tree, and this is something, boy, I will tell you, I've been wanting to make a gameplay for probably a year or two. I love this plane, largely because of the concept of it. I love BF-109s, and this is where it all starts, and is coincidentally also the weakest BF-109 in-game. Again, rank 1, battle rating 1.3, with BF-109s going all the way through 5.7 BR, so a huge range of playable vehicles. Now, that being said, this is a very early model. It has a very weak engine relative to other BF-109s, only 676 horsepower at takeoff. It has a two-bladed wooden propeller. It only has two MG-17 LMGs right here in the front with only 1,000 rounds in total, whereas the later, let's just say the BF-109 E1 has a total of two of those in front, but they each have 1,000 rounds despite weighing 12 kilograms, just all the same as this. Regardless, still a really cool plane, and what I'll probably actually end up doing is I'll be making gameplay for the 109A, the B1, probably the E1, E3. I love this skin on the E3, so I'll almost definitely do that, and we'll just kind of go through it like that, but that'll be over a period of months more likely than not. Let's get into a few matches here, see what we could do. Playing this is kind of like playing a BF-109 on hard mode, but you know, I am more than happy to accept the challenge, and that's only because it has a really light armament, being that this was the first and actually saw battles with the Condor Legion. So that being said, let's get into it. So in my opinion, at least, this is one of the coolest vehicles in War Thunder, and it's only 250 GE, which is almost nothing, right? I mean, like, when a sale comes around, oftentimes this thing is like 125 Golden Eagles. And just for historical value, for me personally, I purchased it. I love it. It's one of those planes that I go back to every now and again just because of how fun it is. Now, per the stat card, despite having the same exact engine, it somehow has a lower top speed compared to the BF-109B1. I'm not entirely sure why, but it does also have a better turning time. So maybe the stat card's a little funked up. I'm not entirely sure. But we do have an enemy over there. I mean, just look how elegant this thing looks, you know? It was in the Condor Legion. I believe it was the Condor Legion, right? Not the Condor Squadron. But just a really cool piece of history that you can play in War Thunder on the cheap. And it's the only BF-109A in-game, which is really, in my opinion, so damn cool. So one of the key tenets that you're always going to want to, I guess the word is obey when it comes to fighting in War Thunder, is that altitude and energy are life, right? And that's kind of one of the big problems with this vehicle. It really just doesn't have the ability to get much of either of those, and is thus a, you know, because its engine really isn't good. Nor am I really, I guess, all that good at firing with this thing. So let's go ahead, see if I can get the kill. I got the kill. Hopefully my engine's not damaged. That almost kind of looks like just the engine cowling, which if that's the case, not too big of a deal. I should be able to outpace that what was it, P-26, I think? So I'm just going to do a head-on real quick, try to get a pilot snipe, turn around, put them flaps on. Thankfully, this vehicle is just slow enough, or, you know, well, I guess it is just slow enough, would be a good way to put it, where the cowling, or the flaps, rather, will be pretty decently protected. But I don't think I'm going to be able to outpace this P-26, or P-26 rather. So that's kind of my mistake. Whoopsie doodle. So what I'm going to do to make up for it, and again, this is just a kind of stupid gameplay. I'm not really in it to be like, oh, you know, I'm a SEAL clever, you know. But hopefully my next match is a touch better. Got 3 kills. Not too shibby-dibby-dabby, and it looks like that P-26 has been killed by his SBD. So even though not technically my kill, the action with that SBD, or SB2U rather, is what will likely kill that P-26. So my mistake, not trying to go for that P-26 a little bit earlier, but I can't complain all too much. So that being said, real quick first match, let's get into a second match. Again, this could be a real quick gameplay, but I just, oh, I got the 4th kill, look at that. I guess it counted for my kill. So 4 kills in the first match. I just really love playing this thing. And like I said, I'll go through the BF-109 tree and just play all my favorites because they are just such a joy to fly, and really, the history behind them is so wonderful. So, that said, let's get into the next match. Ultimately, when it comes down to this plane in particular, like I said, gaining any sort of altitude with it is a hassle. Especially in the distances that you have to fight other planes around this BR. It's just too short. You know, if there was like maybe another 5 kilometers, you know, maybe I could get up to around 2,000 meters, but ultimately this plane, like, I'm losing speed going up, what, like around 15 meters per second, which isn't all too much, and that's with WEP. So, again, this thing has a pretty bad power-to-weight ratio in terms of its engine. A lot of the time you'll see later engines, especially with the BF-109, that are like 2 times this powerful and hardly weigh anything more. So what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to go over here for the SB2U. Not entirely sure. We do have a BF-109B1 over there, plus an HE-100, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But really, this plane is it's one that you really have to pick your fights. You know, you have to go after your targets of opportunity, because it really just doesn't have the opportunity to get too many planes. So I'll try to go for this guy. Not entirely sure. I mean, he's obviously still plenty alive. So let's go ahead and just start shooting him up. Pull up. Got a critical hit. My engine cowling is damaged, kind of like last time. Kind of surprised. So that BF-109 peeled off. That is something I did not think was going to happen. So I guess I'll just kind of swoop back down for this guy. I will be able to gain on him very shortly. Come in a little bit below him, just because, of course, he does have that rear gunner, which hurt my engine cowling a bit. And just for sake of accuracy, let's go try this. I've not ever shot down a plane like this in my history of playing War Thunder. Ah, someone else got the kill! Oh, man, here I was thinking I was going to be a real ace, a cool guy. But I guess not. So, thankfully, the engines on these things do not overheat. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Thankfully, the BF-109, or the early engines, are not prone to overheating. So, things like this, water leakage, I should probably go ahead and land. But it's not really necessary, especially if you're in the heat of the battle. But I will go ahead and land just in case. Oh, we have a swordfish on me. Can I turn up and get him? So Mark 1 and got him on fire. What's a swordfish, this guy asks? A fish. There are no stupid questions. Remember that, guys. Got the kill. Not too bad. I agree. I'm going to go for this SBD, but you know, maybe I don't need to go back to base. But sooner or later, my engine is going to start heating. Also, I'm really mixed on this, because it really, like, the fouling kind of screws up a really nice paint job a bit. And I think it's a little bit more than what would have been real, you know, obviously in real life. So let's go ahead and see if I can get something out of this, but probably not. Again, this thing, it's a great energy fighter, but it has very little energy, as you could probably tell. So I'm just going to probably sit behind him a little bit, do some stupid firing here, and waste the rest of my shots. Maybe even go in for this BF-2C1. Okay, it looks like I might have set him on fire. I think I did. It says I damaged the fuel tank. So I've got around 100 shots left. Just gonna see what we could do against this BF-2C1. Get a little closer, because I just do not feel good. Ooh. That was saucy. I do not... really? They had to take my kill? I do not feel like fighting that P-26 there. They are the bane of my existence right now. So I'll just kind of fire the rest of my shots, I think, at this guy. Hopefully another one of my kills will not be taken. But at this BR, I really don't care so much, because these guys need the RP. You know, it's really about the gameplay for me. So I got another hit on him. That's fine by me. I got to go back to base. If he wants to chase me, that's fine. Not doing too poorly. I've got 2 ground kills, 1 air kill, 2 assists. So I'm pretty happy. Despite the fact that I should have probably more kills. Okay, I got 3 assists. It is what it is, you know? Again, these guys, they need the kills way more than I do. So, of course, being that we are low BR, I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and play some Air AB, because that's how I like to end these videos. Typically, if you guys don't know, I do 3 matches, and that's pretty much it. So we have a BF-109B down here. I've got my stealth shells equipped, stealth rounds. Let's see if I can get them on fire. Got the first strike. Not too bad. Again, this entire gameplay, the whole point of it is not to just get kills, because by getting kills, a lot of the time I will be taking kills from other people who need them more. You know, at this BR, it is something that does matter a bit. You know, if I get a kill, I get a kill. I'm not going to be upset about that. Why cry over spilt milk? However, you know, if I don't do poorly, or if I don't do well, I don't do well. If I do well, I do well. But a lot of it, so much of this, is all about, in my opinion, having a good time. And it looks like we've got some packet loss issues, but we're not going to stop that from having a good time, are we? Let's go back up, fight this HE-51, which also fought with the Germans in the Condor Legion during the Spanish Civil War. Pretty cool, if you guys did not know that. I am always here for the history of the vehicles in War Thunder. That's probably the main reason why I play this game, you know? The historical, just everything about it. It's just so fun to me. So, that said, got another kill there. Got somebody on me. Going for this P-26 real quick, because I'm going to die anyways, right? So, jump back down. I might survive yet. Who knows? Probably not. With the way that these people are pursuing me, I doubt it. This plane, regardless of if you're playing Air RB or AB, is very maneuverable. However, biplanes, for the most part, will be able to have an advantage over you. So even if you are very quick, especially if you're damaged, it won't really matter all too much. So I'm just going to try to get this last kill, and I did. Very cool. I got a ground kill to finish that up. So that being said, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. If I'm playing a lot of low BR, it's because low BR is fun BR, and so many of these vehicles have such a cool history that, honestly, it would be a shame for me not to cover it. You know, I play War Thunder first and foremost for the history, and that's it's a big deal for me. By the way, thanks again, everyone, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.